Hi, Michael here. I wanted to make a quick video to get you into making change this year. A lot of people are so scared to move forward on change. It just puts a roadblock up. And I've listed 47 hacks in the blog post below of things that you can do to get moving forward. If you were like me ever, I used to fear change. I mean, it would get this knot in my stomach, and that knot would cause me to just back off. No way am I going to change, or I would like tiptoe into things. I just never like cannonballed into the pool because of this fear. Maybe you're the same way. Maybe this has always plagued you. And if you have been plagued by this fear of change, welcome to the real world. Almost everybody is. Almost everybody that walks the face of this planet has had some fear, scared of change. And I'm going to walk you through a couple of things that's going to help you overcome that. But first, I want to just tell you the important part of change, illustrated by when I was an Ironman triathlete and running that marathon in the Ironman. The Ironman consists of a 2.4 mile swim, 112 mile bike, and then you ran a marathon. You had to do that in 17 hours. And that marathon, I don't care if you're running a standalone marathon without a swim and a bike ahead of it, it's just hard. And so I would get into that marathon, and somewhere, usually after about midway, 13 miles, the pain starts to hit. And I would always listen to these voices and say, you better stop and slow down and walk or you won't finish. You didn't train enough. You're not good enough. You can only walk this thing. And I would just succumb to that. You see, I was scared of the unknown past that period of time in the marathon where I just ached. And I caught wind of this idea of change and getting confidence. You see, I didn't have confidence to go through the pain that I was feeling. In training, you rarely feel that. You rarely have a big training day where you go 2.4 miles swim and ride a bike 112 miles and then you run. And as I would get in that marathon, uncertain of myself, I would be scared and I would stop and listen to the voice in my head and start walking. And here's what I learned. The next Ironman that I had trained for, I knew that this was going to happen because it happened like on every one. This time I was prepared because of the 4C change process: courage, commitment, confidence, capability. So the courage. I had to recognize that I'm going to be hurting at that point in the marathon, and I've just got to go forward and see what happens. Commitment. I was committed this time. I was committed to not stop running. I was going to keep pushing forward. As I'm running in that marathon in the Ironman, man, it hit this time about mile 16. I was happy it didn't hit earlier, so I past mile 13, I got to 16 and there it hit. But I was prepared this time. I'm not going to stop running. Screw the voices in my head, and I did. I pushed through it. Amazingly, the pain didn't go away, but my confidence in dealing with it rose. After I finished that marathon, running the whole time, it was a personal best for me, I remember. I then gained confidence. I can do that. And I got capabilities to run it complete. And that's the same thing that we all go through in trying to change, to get the confidence to change. And I have listed below 47 ways that hopefully will trigger your thinking in some way, will trigger a different perspective that will allow you to go through. But I'm going to go through the top 3 of the 47. Focus on only the first step of your change. A lot of people project out the entire path that they need to go. As an example, if I am at the treading water in the swim ready to go do the Ironman, and I'm thinking of, oh my gosh, there's 3,000 athletes got to swim 2.4 miles, and what will happen when they bump into me, and oh my gosh, what happens if the water is cold? And then I get on the bike, what happens if it's windy? I mean, you just start processing through the entire event. And then you're just like stopped. You don't even want to start that. Same with anything that you're going to do to change. You see the end result and you know it's just long projected. It could be one of extra weight loss, one of earning a different degree, a new skill set for your job. Whatever that change is, if you project out and see the whole thing, it could stop you versus just focusing on the first step forward. Like in the Ironman on the swim, I just focus on the gun going off. And you can see the spot buoys out there, and they're spaced like every 100 yards or so. And I would say, okay, I'm going to get to the first buoy. I'm going to get to the second buoy. I'm going to get to the third buoy. And I would just get in the race and take what the race gave me. If I got an upset stomach, if I felt I'm going to bonk on the bike, if the wind was whatever. Same with you. Just focus on the first part of your change and get moving into action. That's the first hack of the 47. Number 2, share your goal with others. Seriously. There's something magic about sharing it. Number 1 is you feel good about yourself to share it with everybody. You feel good that this is a good goal. I'm sharing it with everybody, and I don't care what they're going to tell me. In my first or second Ironman, and I stated my intention, and there was a gentleman that was in my congregation. And when I told him I was going to do this Ironman at age 50, I could just tell he didn't believe that I was going to do it, but I stated my intention. I stated to a lot of people. I did Facebook posts. I told my family, friends, people that I just knew really well, and most people were supportive. And they started giving me ideas, especially some of my athlete buddies who had done Ironmans. They started, Mike, have you considered this? Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, when I finished that Ironman, that brother in my congregation was like, I didn't think you could do it. And so, see, I didn't let his negativity, I stated it to the world. That's the second thing to do when you want to make change. State it to the world and watch what happens. Here's the third hack. If you believe that you're a product of your past and that past unsuccessful attempts to change is who you really are, then you're making a huge mistake. Because you are not a product of your past. You gain context out of the past. You gain experience out of the past. If you've attempted to make a certain change in your life, maybe you tried to lose some weight and you've tried umpteen different diets and nothing has worked, and you think, well, there's nothing going to work for me in the future. It might even stop you from moving forward. But the truth is, all that means is however many attempts that you made that you weren't successful, you gained experience out of. Because we're all blessed with second chances in life. I don't care how many second chances you need, but focus on the second chance that you're currently in. Focus in the current state. Just gain context out of your past. Don't think that it controls you. It doesn't. The only thing you can control is right here in the now. The now. Staying in the now. Staying in the present moment. So don't make the mistake that you are a product of your past, or don't make the mistake of projecting too much in the future. Just stay right in the now. If you do those 3 things, you're going to rock your change this year. Signing off. Take care. Bye now.